Hi, welcome to Professor Kev Show. He's here, my friend Daksh with us, and he's from Hands of Hope. Good afternoon, my friend. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Before we jump in and talk about Hands of Hope, tell us a little bit about yourself. What should we know about you?
So I'm currently 17, a junior at Innovation Academy High School. I have a pretty big interest in tennis, and I've been playing since I was young. I want to do good for the community, and that's kind of shaped my life.
So let's talk about Hands of Hope. Tell me, why did you start this idea? What need, what opportunity did you say?
So I saw the opportunity, and I started the idea when I was actually in middle school, around eighth grade. And what happened was I was actually part of this club called Beta, which it's like a national club. It's in pretty much most high schools and middle schools around the US, and it focuses on volunteering. And most students my age were also in the club. So while I was in the club, they had me painting benches. So while I was kind of painting, I was thinking about all the homeless people that I've seen in Atlanta, and I was thinking about how there's got to be a better way to serve the community as a student. And there's got to be a better way for other students my age to do the same as well. So that's where I kind of built the system that connects high school students to their own underserved communities. And that's where I like, kind of thought of Hands of Hope.
Makes perfect sense. So tell me about how you've gone about solving this. How do you find organizations that are looking for high school students? Because as you mentioned before the show,
Mhm.
sometimes there's a lot of age restrictions. We want you to be a certain age to volunteer to protect the privacy of our clients. How have you been able to do that match?
Exactly. So what we did was we created a 501(c)(3), which made us a nonprofit organization. And from there, we started getting adults on board in each branch or high school, as we call it. And then the adults would recruit the students. So the adults would set up the meetings with the shelters or the necessary, like the communities in need around the high school. And then they would set up a partnership where the students can sign waivers and come over and volunteer at that place or do that thing that is usually, not given, that opportunity not given to normal high school students.
So when you started this, you had a little bit of a wrinkle with your co-founder, correct?
Mhm.
Talk about that. What happened?
Yeah, so I had my co-founder who was very close to me and he set up the organization very well, right? And he had to actually move to Canada. So we were really stumped about how we would get around it, except especially because like he was such a crucial part to the plan. So we ended up actually turning this obstacle into a strength or a success by branching out our entire organization to Canada, by starting branches there and serving the underserved communities over in Canada as well. So yeah.
I like what you're doing because one of the things I've seen is your generation, when you're volunteering, you want to have an impact. As you mentioned, again, the park benches need to be painted. We understand that. But
Mhm.
that's not really giving you the fulfillment that you're looking for. When you volunteer, you want to know you made a difference in people's lives. So is that kind of where your goal is to offer students that fulfillment?
Exactly. That's you literally just said it, plain words. We want to offer students that fulfillment of actually making meaningful impact on their community.
So now, if somebody wants to go about starting a chapter, seeing this thing and this video and going, you know what, he's right. I really want to make a difference. How would they go about learning more? How would they be able to do that?
Well, perfect. All you have to do, all the student has to do is search up our website, Hands of Hope Outreach, and should be the first link that pops up. There, I believe that there is a start a chapter section there. They can contact us directly there, fill out the form, and boom, we can get the process started. So yeah.
All right, if we're having this conversation 3 years from today and we're looking back on this video, where is the organization 3 years from now? What have you accomplished, my friend? What's the goal?
So in 3 years, I think the structure will be the same, or we hope that the structure will be the same, but we hope that we will expand. So there are many underserved communities in other countries that we haven't touched, like India, and we have branched out to Chile, Canada, and Denmark, but there are many other countries that have underserved communities that we really hope to kind of connect with because there's always more, right? There's always more people to help and more impact to make, and that's what we hope to do in the next 3 years.
So, again, one more time, what's the best way to reach out to you? How can I learn more about the cause?
Search up our website at Hands of Hope Outreach.
Awesome. I appreciate you taking a few minutes to call on the show. And as
Mhm.
always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you.